Welcome to the Focus University course on student groups. In this lesson, we'll review how to create and assign groups to other users. The student group feature allows the creation of student groups, which can be used for searching and viewing student records. With the profile permission to assign student groups to other users, school users have the ability to create groups and assign the groups to specific users or profiles. An example of how this might be used is when a school admin or AP wants to create and assign student groups, let's say for maybe all their counselors, coaches, discipline deans, and then these groups can be assigned to one or more users and can also be shared with other profiles. There are two ways to create student groups. The first type of student group is defined by grade level last name. And these groups might be used for counselors who are, let's say, assigned to all the ninth graders with last names beginning A through H, something like that. So to begin, we'll go to Students menu and Student Groups. You'll see two tabs at the top of the screen, My Groups and All Groups. The My Groups tab are the student groups that have been assigned to you. The All Groups tab are all the groups that you've been given access to, groups that you've been assigned to, and groups that you assign to other users. So we can begin typing in the blank row at the top to start setting up our first group, and we'll call this group 10th grade T through Z. Assigned users, you'll see a list of users from the school that you have listed here. So let's put in our counselor name, who will be responsible for these students. We'll select the counselor here. Now, just a word of caution, as you're setting up groups for these grade level last name groups, if you want edit access to the group, you will need to assign yourself to the group. So we'll go ahead and do that here. Schools, you can leave this blank as long as this is the correct school here. Default search, this is optional and only recommended if these assigned users will only ever be searching for this group here. Otherwise, leave it blank. Limit assigned users. Let's say you have a coach and their only position at the school is coach, and they should only have access to the students in their group. Then you could limit their access by selecting this. Visible to. This makes the student group available to other profiles aside from the assigned user, but you can leave it blank if you don't want other profiles to have access to the group. Next, we have assignment type, and this will be a grade level last name group. Once that's selected, these two drop downs become activated. So we'll select the correct grade level and then the appropriate last names. With the grade level last name groups, you can do it just by grade level, just by last name, or both. Once you've made your selections, click inside the title box and click enter. You'll see it turns yellow, and then click save. The group is now set up, but there are no students assigned. So we'll need to click view add, and we can see all the students have been automatically added. We have 2 pages of students. We can go to the next page and see all the students. The grade level last name groups are dynamic, meaning that they'll automatically update whenever a student meeting this criteria, 10th grade with last names T through Z, either enroll at school or withdraw. They'll automatically be added or deleted from the group. If you need to delete the whole group or edit the group, you can get back by clicking the Groups tab. And let's say that this counselor has now been assigned 10th and 11th grade. So we'll go and we'll add 11th grade. And we can also adjust the title. click Save, click View Add, and now I can see I have 3 pages of students. And then to get back, I'll click that Groups tab again. If I need to delete a group, I can click the red minus sign and then just confirm. I'm going to cancel here because I want to show you this group at the end of the video where you can find the group. The second type of student group that you can create is a custom group. And these are the groups where you define very specific criteria or select individual students. And these custom groups are static, which means you'll need to manually add or take students off of the roster. A custom group scenario might be that you're the school admin and you want to create groups for all of your coaches. Let's call this the freshman boys soccer. Assigned user. Schools, you can leave this blank as long as this is the correct school. Default search. If this is the only group of students that this coach will ever be searching, you could select this here. If this is a coach who should not have access to any other students in the school, you could select this. Visible to. If you would like other profiles to have access to this freshman boys soccer team, you could select those profiles here. Otherwise, leave it blank. And assignment type is custom. Once you select custom, you'll see these drop downs remain grayed out because we have to actually select the students here. Once you're all set, click inside the title box, click enter, and then click save. And then we'll click View Add. And this brings you to a blank screen, but you'll see the group name at the top, Freshman Boys Soccer, and from here we can add students to the group. And from this search screen, you can assign students to the custom group. And because this is the Freshman Boys Soccer team, we're going to search for 9th grade and then all the males just to make our selection of students a little bit easier. But you can search any way that's appropriate for the group that you're creating. We'll go down to general demographics. We'll find gender, male. I'll click search. This will pull up all the 9th grade males at the school. And then I can make my selection. Add students to the group. You'll see when you've selected students, it turns blue. Then you can add students to the group. And here's your group. Let's say you need to add another student. You forgot to select a student. You can go back to add students to the group. You can type in a student ID or a student name, or you could do more search options. Again, we'll type in a student name this time and click search. There's our student. We'll select them, add them to the group. And there's our student that we just added. Let's say you need to delete a student, click the red minus sign, and then you can confirm and click save. If you need to delete the whole group, you can click that Groups tab, and then you will need to go to All Groups if you did not put yourself in as an assigned user. We'll turn the filter bar on, and we'll look for the freshman boys soccer team. Click the red minus sign, and then confirm and save. And now that the groups have been set up, and you've assigned the student groups to other users, let's see where they're located. So I'm going to go back out to the portal screen, and you'll see student group here. And from the drop down, here's my group, 10th and 11th grade T through Z. So if I select that group and click search, it will pull up all the students in that student group. And then I can just click on a student and it will take me right to their student information page. And finally, just a word of caution, if more than one user is assigned to the group, then all assigned users will be able to delete the group. And this concludes the lesson on assigning student groups to other users.